So class is back in session at all of the major school districts in our region, but it really hasn't been smooth sailing for everyone. Some kids in D.C. may be having trouble getting to class on time.
And that's, of course, because of this shortage of bus drivers. The district has been hiring private drivers to pick up the slack, but we're learning even that isn't always working. Delia Gonçalves spoke to an employee who says low morale and high turnover could be part of the problem.
The turnover is really surprising to me.
I spoke to an employee of the Office of the State Superintendent of Education on the phone. I'm distorting their voice to protect their identity, but they allege a hostile work environment has led to a mass exodus.
There's at least maybe 1 or 2 people leaving every other week.
Some of the 550 bus drivers on OSSE staff rallied outside the building last week, complaining of low morale, poor work conditions, and that they were unprepared for the school year. OSSE says ideally the agency should have 70 more drivers, but to fill in the gaps, they've hired contractors to drive 39 private routes. A spokesperson says it's true, some drivers have incomplete bus routes right now as the agency waits on schools to submit applications. But those already on the transportation list,
here we go again,
are having their own issues. Tiara Kit reached out to WUSA 9 when her son's school bus didn't show up at 7:55 for the first day. They waited around and she eventually had to pay an Uber to get him to class.
My son is on the spectrum, so kids on the spectrum, they like consistency.
I followed up with the family this second day of school, and the bus showed up around 8:45, making 13-year-old Zachariah late again. Mom says she never got a call or text.
Everybody points the finger at somebody else.
I reached out to OSSE, who told me Zachariah is assigned to one of those private routes. They say the pickup time is actually 8:07, and the driver showed up at 8:09 yesterday, and no one was there.
8:25. Still out here waiting.
As far as today's late bus, OSSE says the driver was indeed 24 minutes behind because of traffic. A spokesperson now tells me they're paying close attention to this route and the Kit family.
There's not enough staff.
As for this employee, they hope by adding their voice to those at the bus rally, leadership will listen and work to fix the problems.
We all want to work for us. We're all there for kids.
The state superintendent of education says they're working through these nationwide shortage issues through hiring and attendance incentives. They're also launching a ride tracking app to better communicate with families. Delia Gonçalves, WUSA 9.